Friends, we are going to look at the country of Trinidad and Tobago, especially the island of Trinidad and the southwest part, which is called Icacos, namely the Icacos Village. There's a beachfront there that's sandy, and we're going to start out there looking at some birds. Now, you may be wondering where the birds. Well, first of all, if you have a large screen TV, you're going to see what I'm talking about. But if you're just using a phone, you may not be able to tell well. So just listen and hear my description. There's a rubber slipper buried in the sand there. That's this beach sand. And there's this curious bird. It's I don't know if it's a dark blue or black and white. And it kept flying in circles and almost like teasing us. It would stand on the slipper and then fly around. That's my wife on the right trying to get a capture it, but every time she got a little bit closer, it would fly off, and then it would go in circles, and then it would come straight back to the slipper and stand there. Now, I know birds sometimes do this if they're protecting their young, protecting their eggs, or whatever. But in this case, this was just an old slipper on the beach, and there you see it. It would fly in this big loop, then go back to the slipper. There it is. I stopped the video so you can see what it looks like. Don't worry, in a few seconds I will get a better look at how it is for you. If you can't tell, I'm trying to capture it right now. It's just going in big loops. There it is. Another loop and another loop. It looks like if it's coming towards me and then it spins around. There it goes again. And it would always land right there. Boom, back on the slipper. That was really weird that it would choose that slipper. I really felt like that bird was teasing us. And later in this video, you'll see where it comes back to visit us again. It was very interesting. There it is. Can get a better idea of the color. Those of you who are bird watchers or know a lot about birds, feel free to let me know in the comments area. What kind of bird is this? And what was it doing by just flying in loops and then landing on the same place? See, there's nothing around here. That's the slipper. There are no eggs, there's no food, there's nothing around. So why did it choose to go there? So we left that area and we drove down a bit and we came to this part of the same stretch and saw some more birds. Now, I really wish that I had a good zoom in lens because that way I would be able to pick up these birds better. These are very colorful birds. They weren't paying much mind to us, but they were busy in looking for, I guess, worms or little fish in the mud. But if you have a big screen TV, you will also be able to see the enormous amount of dragonflies fluttering around in all colors. It's really interesting. In this area too, they had a lot of green. And when I say green, light green, like grass green, dragonflies. Can you see them? They're all over. I've never seen so many. And those two birds are really curious to just, engulfed in what they're doing. And I'm taking some little pieces of bread. Sometimes you might see some little kind of little white thing falling. I'm trying to throw it for them to see if I could get them to come closer. But they weren't studying me at all. They were just busy pulling out something from the mud, whatever it was. And there's another bird further across by that, where that water is, on the other side. Just had some amazing colors to it. I just love all this green. And do you see the bird that keeps flying up past us? That's the same one from earlier. I don't know if you're picking it up. That's the same one that would land on a slipper. Now this is further down from where we were in the same Icacos Village. I was driving and came across this cow in the water, and that was just a beautiful scene. I just had to stop and take it. Looks like something you would, I know we don't use postcards anymore, but it would be really good for postcards. My wife got ahead of me. There's the calf, or the cow, I should say. I was just there in the water, I guess cooling off for the heat and eating. And I don't know if you could tell, but in the distance is a bull that is watching me. Like, what you gonna do? And that there is cow poo, or known as dung. That's what they used to make something called manure, which is a fertilizer for other plants and to enrich the soil. This is the other side of that small river. And these enormously tall coconut trees are just all over. Some of them make up part of an estate, some of them are just part of the Icacos Village. Nevertheless, they should never be short of coconuts here because there's just so many. Just imagine if you were to walk through some of these fields. Just think about the hundreds of butterflies, the insects, the animals you may come across, such as what we're seeing here. Driving further along the road, actually this is driving back north, we came across the cattle that were crossing the road. Really, I don't like seeing animals being tagged and used. Those of you who know JB, on JB's Man Cave, you know I'm vegan, so I rather see animals free. Nevertheless, here they are moving. This is not something you will see in other parts of Trinidad. At least not so many are not crossing the road. The horns of that bull was interesting. One was, I don't know if it's twisted or what, or if it grew that way. But I thought it was an interesting sight. So what are your thoughts about this video? Feel free to let me know in the comments area. Like if you like it. Share and tell others about JB's Man Cave. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it.